but we can't ignore the cons. So what are some cons? Zoe?
Well, one thing that I found difficult about social, like distance learning, is that it can be harder to stay engaged in a class since it's a screen. And especially if you're someone who likes to have your video off, then no one can actually see if you're doing it or not. Like, I know sometimes in math class, if I had done a problem already and I understood it, and then he was going over it, it was really easy to zone out and like go play games on my phone instead. And then I looked up and I was like, oh, wait, he said something important that I should have been paying attention to. So staying engaged can be harder through a screen. And something that I find helpful is finding a toy to fidget with to like release the extra energy and kind of satisfy the part of my brain that's needing to be engaged some way. So I have like a ball by where I work and also some silly putty. And so I'm going to use those to try and stay more focused.
Nice. Cait, what about you?
I think a trend that I saw in the last semester we had online learning at near the end of the school year was like a decrease in mental health, mostly because like isolation means you have to be alone, and it's just not the same when people are online, and thus that creates like a lower, I have just less motivation in general to do like my work or any of my assignments. So something I found that kind of helped with that was giving myself little treats along the way every time I would do something productive. Like I would get like a bag of chips, a snack, or I can watch one video and then continue on my classwork. And then that just kind of, is going on like a reward system basically.
Yeah, excellent. And I think we'll go into it later as well. But I think a great way to keep yourself engaged is also providing yourself with those little extra boosts along the way. Something that we actually wouldn't have in actual school because we're just going from period to tutorial to another period to lunch. With those 20-minute breaks, that's enough time to fit in a short TV episode or maybe YouTube video, right? Or a snack, just anything. Just to keep yourself engaged and energetic and, while not maybe excited for the period to be over, at least there's a reward at the end of the day or at the end of that period. How about you? What do you think? What are some cons of online learning?
All right, so I know two different cons from online learning. I know one major one is it's harder to maintain academic integrity because no one's watching you. I mean, if you're in your room by yourself and there's no one around you, like no fellow classmates, no parents, no teachers watching what you're doing, it's very easy to just resort to like plagiarism and faking it until you make it. But the way I get through trying to maintain my academic integrity is just upholding good morals. Like if I want to plagiarize something, I'm like, what exactly am I going to be learning from this situation? This is not benefiting me in any way other than maybe getting a good grade. But what am I learning from the situation? Absolutely nothing. So it's always good to uphold your morals, even though you're at home. So I just know maintaining academic integrity is very hard when no one's watching you. But I also know another problem that most students have is asking for help, especially with online learning, because with online learning, it's more public. So if you ask a question to your teacher, it's going to be in the middle of like a Google Meet and Zoom, and it's going to make you freak out. So if you're one of those people that don't like asking for help in front of a group of people, I would suggest like emailing your teacher before or after class, asking questions on how to clarify what they taught in class in order for you to increase your understanding. But if your teacher's not very good at like emailing you back on time, I would also suggest jumping onto your video chat with your teacher at least like before class or after class, because once it's after class, no one's really going to be on that Google Meet. So it's not like many people are going to be there in the first place. So it'll be a little more private. But if even that makes you feel uncomfortable, I would also say like set up a one-on-one meeting with your teacher, either during a break, lunch, or after school, because then that's private. So if you have a fear of people listening in on you asking for help, definitely like email or set up a one-on-one meet, or just ask before and after a Google Meet when there's not really like anybody there.